Okay, here's what you do. Now this may be this may be something that like not a lot of florists and not a lot of other people are kind of experimenting with, but Twitter. And here's what you got to do on Twitter. Just follow news reporters.
1 second. Tyler, Jordan, can you share this out?
It's going down on Twitter, and what you need to do is follow tech news and reporters. This is much easier than you think. Literally just Google tech reporters, and there will be like lists of 50 plus of them. I don't recommend you use Twitter for business. For most businesses, it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's really if you're like trying to be an influencer and things like that, and that's not for everyone, and I really understand that. But there is an insane value in just being up to date on content, because right now, Twitter is like the forefront of where everything starts. Things break on Twitter and then they make their way to everything else. Things live, things happen immediately, and so when there's a new platform out there, you're like, okay, I saw 3 reporters and this random tech blog that I found tweeted it out, so I probably should check it out. Or I saw 1 reporter and 2 influencers respond to that reporter, because there's like this sense of all the influencers I know and work with have just sent me a list, and this list is like one of the first links if you just search tech reporters on Twitter. There's just like a list of them, and just literally go through and just follow all of them. I've been sent this list by multiple friends, and they're just like, follow these people. When they talk about stuff, that's when it's time to know what's going on.
All right, so now it's time to talk about the DMs. I'm gonna go just get dressed to address you properly for this DM video, the DM etiquette video, our etiquette lesson together. So let me go take care of that, and then we'll be right back. Hi, I'll see you now. I apologize for not being in a suit today, but my suit is currently at the tailor because I'm getting married in a week, so that whole intro sequence I thought would have been cooler with a suit. So imagine if I did it with a suit, but instead I did it with this Miranda Sings button-up. But what I was most interested in talking to you about is DM etiquette, because I think that there are a few rules that we need to just set into place so that everyone is on the same playing field and everyone doesn't bother anyone else with their DMs. We want good, effective DMs here, and I think with these simple rules, you can get by. You can find your way. So, rule number 1, always start with value. Now, this is something that Gary Vees, a good content creator, talked about before in his video about DMs, but if you're not providing value to whoever you're DMing, there's no reason for them to DM you back, so what can you offer? If you really want to get into that, Gary has some great tips. Go watch his video. Rule number 2, make sure your account is set up and looks great. You want to make sure your account is full of all kinds of good content, full of things that people would want to see, full of things if someone clicked on your profile and looked at it, they'd be like, man, this is a great profile. I would respond to this message. So think about that. If someone looked at your profile, would they respond to a message from you? Rule number 3, and now we're actually getting into the message itself. Start with a subject, an all capital, 1 word, boom. Maybe your big word is business or promotion or inquiry or shout out or I don't know, letting them know immediately what you're messaging about, whether you're a videographer and you want to film for them or a photographer and you want to shoot for them. Shh. Starting with the subject as the first word is just a good way to get your message seen. The next rule, because I've already lost count, be direct. If you're gonna send a message to someone, please do not ramble. Please do not continue talking please do not tell me your life story. Please tell me what you want and what you can offer. The big thing you want to think about is just not wasting the other person's time. I don't mean this in a mean way of like, cut the shit, but I mean this in a very don't waste anyone's time, just say what you need to say and move on type of way. 9 times out of 10, the person you're trying to reach out to, if you're direct and just immediately say what you wanted to say without all the rambling, you'll probably get a response because the person didn't have to read a ton of stuff to get to your message. So think about that. Be direct. The next rule, don't use emojis. The reason is because it just kind of isn't as professional of a thing. Even if you like send the, I don't know, airplane emoji or like the phone with the arrow emoji, like the professional looking emojis, still an emoji and it almost invalidates the message. Is that fair? The next rule, don't double tap. If they're not responding, find a different way to communicate with them. You'd be surprised how easy it actually is to email most of your favorite creators. If you just find their email, they'll probably respond. But again, don't waste their time. They're not gonna respond if you just want a response from them. If you have something to offer them and have value for them, then they'll probably respond. But don't double tap, that's spammy. The next rule, don't leave a comment on their post. Don't leave a check DM or check your DM with the kissy emoji. Like, that's weird, don't do that. That just like makes their brand just like not look as good. You don't want to come in on their image. You want to just present your value in your unique way. When you comment on someone's Instagram, that's something that everyone can see, and people then immediately assume that things are going down in the DMs. And last but not least from these rules, do not spam. If you're spamming someone, you're absolutely not going to get a response from them, whether you like it or not. It's not a good way to get seen. The best way to get seen by your favorite creator or just anyone you want to connect with is just be nice, offer value, and be direct. And that is all for DM Etiquette with Kent. I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe Etiquette Kent will come out soon. I'm not sure if it warrants another video. Let me know what you guys think of these tips below. Oh wait, I have a few other ideas, but they're more tactile, so not for Etiquette Kent. Let's Hey, it's regular Kent again. So I wanted to back up a few of the things that Etiquette Kent said, specifically with more tactile advice. So what about some subject ideas? Because I know a lot of you aren't trying to reach out to like The Rock or people like that. You're trying to just DM like other videographers and other photographers and influencers, and maybe you're a musician, you want some vlogger to use your music. So for these examples, get really specific to what it is you're offering. So if you're offering music, say music. If you're offering video, say video, and just write video as the first word in all caps and then a colon, then start your message. It literally acts like a subject. I've seen this done by a few people, and I really think it like elevates your message to a really professional level. And if you're offering value in that message, it's going to warrant a response. If you're trying to like send someone a t-shirt, be like free, be like t-shirt. Or if you're trying to send someone a product, just say like product placement. Just try and be as almost clickbaity as you possibly can, but in a professional way. This is just going to warrant someone opening your direct message, which is very important when we're shooting a DM. We want the person to see it. So I wanted to talk about Gary's video though, because I think that there's a lot of amazing tips in there, and I highly recommend you watch that if you haven't already. There was just one thing he talked about that I was a little bit worried about, and that was the kind of spammy aspect of the way he says you should get in touch with people. I think, at least me personally, and a lot of people I know, when messages come through in a spammy way, it's way more frustrating to actually end up talking to that person. You don't even want to be involved. So I would say, if you shoot a DM and your DM doesn't work, it doesn't go through, they don't respond, find a different way to get in communication with them. Go to their website, find their contact form, find their email. People have tons of ways to do this. Twitter DM, like try something else. If you pester a person, they will remember your name as the person that annoyed them into talking to them. And you do not want that. That is not a good foot in the door. Because on the internet, the impact you can make with a person is that first touch point, that first point of communication. That's what people will remember. So whatever you do there, make sure it's what you want reflecting on you. I wanted to follow this point after the fact because I don't think I explained it perfectly well in this video, but there's something I want to say. If you're going to go the route of what Gary said of sending like 30 DMs and only expecting like 2, 3, 4, 5 responses, great, fantastic. Don't worry about being spammy. But if you're trying to specifically reach one person, this is what I'm talking about. Don't hit that person too many times. Oh, hi, Winston. Look, guys, my little dog's here. Don't hit that one person too many times, because that's when things get annoying. You're more than fine to hit a lot of people though. I'm going to check really quickly though on the limits. I don't want you to go over the limit. Don't send too many messages. There is a limit and you will get banned if you send too many in one day. So be really careful with that, especially if you copy and paste. Always try and be unique with your messages. It just shakes things up. Instagram won't flag you. Don't be afraid to shoot your shot. Like, DMs is a place where anything can really go down. And I want you to feel like you are an empowered creative. If you make things, let someone know that you can help them. If you're a person who's really good with design, let someone know you can help them. Give yourself out for free. Just like share your value with other people to the point where they want to start paying for it. I found this amazing artist on Twitter who helped me with my Twitch stuff because he just like DM'd me and was like, yo, I'll make you something for free. And I was like, absolutely. He made me one thing. I ended up paying the dude like hundreds of dollars to help me with the rest of the thing because he just did a really good job and he offered himself for free. So work hard, offer value. But yeah, I'm just gonna like really just reiterate, this is my last point, just please do not spam people. And please don't start your message with, hey, and like that's the only message. I've literally gotten like what, 6 or 7 DMs with just hey or hello or hi sir. I feel like you're a Nigerian prince trying to loan me money, in which I'm very interested. All right, so that's all for the information about the DMs. I don't know, I was just trying to have fun today. This is great, we filmed 2 videos. Chase, you wanna film another? Why not? Let's film another.